today I'm reviewing the Biore Barrier Me UV Gentle Milk. And really quick, I just want to say, purchase all these products with my own money. I'll never waste your time with sponsored ads or videos, so if you want to help support the channel, check out nobsbeauty.com, join my Patreon community, or click on the link below. Actually, I have to admit, I didn't buy this one with my own money. I had a friend from Japan send it to me. So, although he has no interest in what I say, good or bad. So, he sent me quite a few sunscreens, so it was really amazing because some of them from Japan are harder to get, really a lot more expensive. So anyway, so I have to put that disclaimer out there. But it doesn't really change my opinion of the sunscreen because, anyway. Okay, so this is a newer sunscreen from Biore. It's a mineral-based sunscreen. I really had enjoying a chance to try this one out. So, okay, so they call it Boasting with a Milky Texture with a Bright Smooth Finish. This sunscreen offers sun protection of SPF 50, PA with 3 pluses, well moisturizing the skin with shea butter. And if you watch my lip balm video, shea butter can really help sunscreens work better and fight off free radicals. They also mention it's waterproof, free of alcohol, parabens, and colorants. It's not easy finding really good waterproof mineral sunscreens. I had somebody ask me about it the other day, and I'm like, I can't really think of many. Not many come to the and then she added in the, for acne-prone skin. I'm like, well, there might be 0. I don't know. But I did find a few, but it's not super common with a lot of mineral ones. Although, regardless, if you're swimming, reapply afterwards. And reapply before you get in the water, too. And if you're swimming in an ocean, be conscientious of that, too. So, okay. My first criteria is packaging. I really like the packaging. I really like silver. Can you tell I like silver a lot? It kind of matches my shirt today. Well, not really, but does it match my blue eyes? No, because I have brown eyes. Anyway. Okay, so I like the packaging. In terms of denatured drying types of alcohol, this does not contain any of those. Biore sunscreens typically do have alcohol in them. This one does not. In terms of fragrance, this one does have fragrance. It's a very light floral scent. I am very sensitive to fragrances. I almost am totally fragrance-free, and I can use this one and not get a headache. And the scent dissipates quite quickly. So, a lot of sunscreens, if they have any scent in them, I don't like it. But this one's scent is super light. It's noticeable when you apply it, but it dissipates pretty quickly, so keep that in mind. The manufacturing location for this one is Japan. So to the SPF, this one's SPF 50+, which indicates very good SPF UVB ray protection. I tend to agree with that. In terms of the UVA protection factor, this one is a PA with 3 pluses after, which in my opinion indicates average to okay UVA protection. 4 pluses is the highest for a lot of Asian countries you can get. So 3 is average to okay. And then 4 pluses and above is higher than that, which can be great. You know, there's some with 4 pluses that are really high UVA protection. Some with 4 pluses that are still average. So this one is decent. Not one, again, I would pick on a day I'm going to be outside all day. But still a decent one to use on a day-to-day basis. Not one I pick if I'm outside all day. The filters used for this one, so we've got zinc oxide, UVA, UVB ray protector, absorber, reflector, zinc oxide. It's used in a lot of things. I wish more of these brands listed the percentages of them. I would love to know that because then I could come up with more educated opinion on just how good they are, but other than the U.S., most places, they don't list it. So it'd be nice if all sunscreens listed the active percentages, but maybe that'll happen someday. Okay, then after that, we've got UVB and UVA2 ray reflector, which is titanium dioxide. It's another good inorganic filter. Does a pretty good job. UVA2 ray reflects, UVA1 not so much. So the zinc oxide helps. Okay, in terms of Whitecast, let me give it a good shake. I've seen some of these studies on sunscreens or these testing. People have mentioned where sometimes perhaps the people doing the testing didn't shake things up before they did the test, which would totally affect it because a lot of them are emulsion type. They need to be shaken. If you just go out, use it without shaking it, you don't incorporate all the minerals and things in it. Okay, so in terms of the Whitecast, a lot of this brand's marketing, a lot of people mention this really has barely any Whitecast. That is not so true. Under certain lighting, like if I apply this in my bathroom, it doesn't look terrible, but there is a white cast. But in here with these lights on, it's noticeable. Even cameraman kind of giggled when he saw it's noticeable. So deeper skin tones will probably notice it more. And I did read some reviews of people that were mixing in pigment with it to lessen the white cast for their deeper skin tone. I just don't recommend mixing anything into a sunscreen because it affects the formula as a whole. It affects the protection you get. So if you have something that is too white cast for you, do not try and mix it yourself to make it work. Find something else because you just don't know what you're doing. You can't DIY your own sunscreen, most people. And you know what? Most companies can't figure out how to make their own sunscreen. So what makes you think you are going to be able to do it mixing with something? Just my warning to everybody. You can DIY a lot, but don't mess with sunscreens because half the people that make them don't even know what they're doing. So, okay. In terms of texture, it's got a nice milk texture to it. Yeah, so the texture, it kind of smooths into skin okay. It does take a while to absorb, which I don't love. But once it does absorb, it sets to kind of a natural finish. It doesn't look super matte. It doesn't look super shiny initially. And it is slightly sticky, but not terribly sticky. And once it fully absorbs, it becomes less tacky. So, okay, in terms of ease of use, be sure to shake it. I can't believe some people are doing tests on sunscreens without shaking them first, but whatever. In my opinion, with this milk texture, I find it a challenge to apply the recommended amount for your face. It's just so, I mean, it spreads really easily, but I just find when I try and apply the amount, I try and apply it very liberally, it is a challenge to get any of it to really soak in. Although I will say, it works really great under makeup, I found. I was very hesitant the very first time I used it. And once I applied my makeup, it actually looked really nice. Much better than it looked like when I would apply like any other primer. So that's a bonus. And then reapplication of this one, not fun to do. It ends up looking streaky, more greasy, and can pill then. So reapplication of this one, not very easy. So there you go. Okay, in terms of antioxidants and beneficial ingredients, we've got one exciting ingredient, which is shea butter. It's an antioxidant, a hydrating, protecting ingredient, works great in sunscreens. That's it. So it's a pretty basic formula. I like antioxidants and beneficial ingredients. I'll take them wherever and whatever I can get of them. Some people disagree about them in sunscreens, whatever. I'll just take them whenever I can get them. That's just my thought. Okay, in terms of acneogenic ingredients for this one, we've got a few. We've got hydrogenated polyisobutene, we've got dimethicone, we've got sorbitan isostearate, and stearic acid. So this one's not very friendly for acne-prone skin at all. So if you have acne-prone skin, issues with clogged pores, things like that, I would not recommend this sunscreen. In terms of animal testing, Biore is not cruelty-free. Gigantic brand, so maybe someday that will happen. In terms of performance, this one lasted pretty nicely throughout the day. So I decided to continue using it on days where I didn't need to reapply it because the couple times I tried reapplying this one, it was a mess. So on a day-to-day where you're not outside a lot, you can be out for 20 minutes running errands and then mostly inside or out, or just inside, I guess. Duh. This one's fine, but on a day where you're outside all day, not the most enjoyable. By the end of the day, I expected my skin to look and feel greasy, but it just didn't. It just worked really well under makeup. It didn't look greasy. I didn't have any issues with any redness or freckling using it. It didn't feel dry either at the end of the day. A lot of times mineral sunscreens will either look really greasy or feel really dry at the end of the day. I didn't have that experience with this one, so that was nice. No issues with eye sensitivity with this one. The price is even better. So this is a full size 1.7 ounces. Retails for about $14, and that is 50 milliliters. I'm getting really good at memorizing the milliliters to ounces. I'm not good at math, but I can memorize things. So anyway, it's a nice sunscreen. It didn't do so great on my scoring, but this is one I would wear again for sure. So I gave this one a 10 out of 15. Still has a lot of really good things going for it. Yeah, so it's a nice one. Not great for being outside all day, but a nice day-to-day sunscreen. So Anyway, those are my thoughts on this one. I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to check this one out yet or not, or if you have a favorite one from Biore. They make so many sunscreens, it's amazing. I haven't even touched the surface on it. Scratch the surface? I haven't even scratched the glass on that. Scratch the surface. I haven't even scratched the surface on it. So anyway, interested in hearing you guys' thoughts. So thank you so much. I'll see you more tomorrow. Bye, guys.